now we are going to do a laugh equals blinker stream. So, uh, yeah, it's essentially what we're going to be doing. So, let me just share screen. I was on a Jacksepticeye video before I decided to stream, so my bad. So let's find something fun to watch. Clinically brain dead. I'll need a second opinion. Offending everybody's most unhinged video. Yes. If y'all don't know, I love offending everybody, bro. He is a goated YouTuber, goated stickman YouTuber, in my opinion. He was actually one of my first stickman YouTubers that I ever watched. Let's skip.
Put down your phone. Put it down. Has TikTok destroyed your brain? Of course it has. So here are 10 ways TikTok has ruined society. Oh, you little rascal. Number 1, be a poop face. Dancing in public, harassing strangers, pranking family members. TikTok encourages you to be a dick because tormenting people is engaging. And the more engaging your content is, the more likely it's promoted. Will a stray raccoon wake up my sister? Well, there's only one way to find out. And I don't blame people for tuning in. Watching dramas like eating candy. Well, you know it's bad for you, but it's so sweet. I can't be the only one in Disney hoping a fight breaks out. Just Goofy with his mask off, stomping a guy in front of his fat kids. You did this to yourself! Now, am I encouraged?
Fuck. Alright. Laugh equals blinker. So. Alright. So.
Encouraging character on human violence by watching it? No, don't pin this on me. Goofy is the one stomping. Just because you're captivated by terrible behavior doesn't mean you're responsible. If anyone's responsible, it's TikTok for getting rid of consequences. When you say legal repercussions to a child, all they hear is clout. Getting arrested would be a great way to go viral, Mom. Besides, prisoners can now film content. You ever seen those vids where inmates are making food in their cell? Like, imagine someone stabs your mom and then you catch them on the homepage baking cupcakes. This was a good day. So TikTok is not only rewarding bad behavior, but encouraging it. Bro, check this out. This guy's free climbing a skyscraper. Guess he won't watch to the end. Number 2, jailbait. TikTok is an app where you play the game Is She 18 or 18? It's basically OnlyFans for pedos. If you Google 13-year-old girl twerking, you get put on a list. TikTok posted on their homepage. Like, this is what you're looking for, right? As you're petting your phone saying, thanks, Algo. Wasn't hard to figure out considering your most used hashtag was middle school. Now, sure, you're 40, but you identify as a preteen, so it's fine. Besides, like Drake's bedroom, no one's getting carded, so keep watching jailbait vids until the manager at Chipotle says, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Number 3, spyware. TikTok is basically spyware for China! Every text, selfie, and spank session is being recorded and analyzed for Grandmaster Pooh Bear. He's digging around your honeypot, and you just letting him do it. Thinking, who cares if he knows how bleached my starfish is? Poor! That's because you're poor! Information is the new currency, people. I mean, do you ever wonder why TikTok is both free and worth over $66 billion. Weird, right? Almost like knowing what you buy, where you live, and who you vote for is worth money to some people. What was just a FAP session to you is now a tissue sale for Kleenex. That's right, Kleenex preys off your sadness. Sadness you didn't even realize you had. But you know who does know? That's right, Big Daddy TikTok. And why beat the information out of you when you're gonna beat it out of yourself? Number 4, go ahead. Touch it. TikTok is like your junk. It's not very long, only lasts 30 seconds, and always disappoints. Yet, you just can't stop touching it. Because every time you do, it gives you that sweet, sweet dopamine. Finger banging never felt so good. But once you get one dopamine rush, you want another, and another. And why did that last one feel as good? Well, maybe if I just got another, and another, and why isn't my brain getting hard anymore? Because you're not giving it time to recover. Instant gratification is nice, but you don't want pleasure all the time. I'll give you an example. Imagine you had a pork bop, customizable to look like whoever you want, and comes with a built-in dishwasher. Now, of course, for the first few weeks, you're not leaving your house as you're testing out her spin cycle, but eventually, you're going to want to do other people. Why? Because corn is always better with a story. Sure, smashing is great, but meeting someone, flirting, holding hands, makes the journey to the massage table that much better. And TikTok is depriving you of that journey by dogging your serotonin, making you spit out all your happiness and self-respect. Number 5, false hope. TikTok gives out views like roofies at a Drake concert. All you need to do is show up to get some. Do you know the second your video plays, it counts as a view? As soon as it's over, it replays, which counts as another view. This gives people the false hope that they're talented. My vid got 1.7 million views, Mom. So the only trash I'm taking out is you. But even if your vid goes viral, it doesn't matter because TikTok pays almost no money. Why do you think all my short form content ends with YouTube? Because YouTube is where the real money's at. TikTok is basically paying people in V-Bucks. Like, what are these, pesos? How about you pay me in real money instead? That's why most people on the app are children, because there's almost nothing a child won't do for $100. Isn't that right, Billy? Oh, but being a content creator's the dream, right? Wrong. The joy of putting out a banger is quickly smothered by the fear of next video. What will it be? Will it perform well? What if it gets taken down? What if I stutter while saying bigger? You don't know, and that fear lives rent-free in your head. You see, it's not joy when a video performs well, it's relief. Because being a content creator is stressful. You're never off the clock. Anytime you're on vacation or at a concert or balls deep in a thought, is a chance for you to be recording. There's no more living in the moment. Your value is now based on how many views you can get. So if you want to live the dream, then put down your condom and pick up your phone. Number 6, scammers. Everybody's an expert nowadays, sitting in their mom's Mercedes talking about the next Bitcoin. You can't trust banks. They're just trying to milk money out of you. You would have known that if you bought my course. But lucky for you, it's on sale. That's right, for a mere $50 a month, I can tell you which crypto to buy. Now, sure, I may have previously bought that crypto, and convincing large groups of people to buy it will raise the value of it, allow me to, like your father, pump and dump. But guys, come on, you know me. Would I lie to you? Billy, get out of the car. I need to go to work. I'm working right now, Mom! Number 7, blackout. TikTok is like getting hammered, where you wake up hours later with no memory and a bad taste in your mouth. It basically control-alt-deletes sections of your day. Like, how many times have you been doing something you enjoy, then all of a sudden it's 3 a.m. and your balls are covered in peanut butter? Why do you keep looking at me like that, Mango? You see, TikTok doesn't add value, it subtracts time. You don't learn anything, it doesn't change your outlook on the world, it just makes you speed run to the next day. And don't compare it to apps like YouTube. YouTube is like a buffet, where it's mostly bad for you, but there's some healthy options. TikTok is like a sleeve of Oreos, where you know you're gonna feel like afterwards. Number 8, Dad, I'm tired. TikTok encourages you to exploit your kids. Remember, you don't need a consent form to be a terrible parent. This family's a team, okay? And teammates help each other. Don't think of it like you're working, but if you shake the camera again, I'm gonna shake you, Stephanie. Is it abuse? Probably. But it's gonna be hard to call CPS when your only words are, Dad? Besides, all you gotta do is convince your kids that this channel is really for them. That vid of you crying at Grand's funeral is why we're in Disney World right now. So how about you start shedding some more tears before I force them out of you? Number 9, rabbit hole. Like a woman, TikTok only cares about attention. Whatever gets your attention is what it promotes. Whether that's college wrestling, or high school wrestling, or middle school wrestling. Once you bite down on something, the algo starts reeling you in. And before you know it, your homepage is covered with people transitioning to lizards. Man, where is your nearest terrarium? My preferred pronoun is Komodo. Okay, 100 for me to crawl on you, 40 to put my eggs in your mouth. Number 10, copy pasta. Originality is dead and React content killed it. Imagine making a video about your favorite cocktail, only to have it get less views than a Bill Cosby duet. That's not how you make a drink. This is how you make a drink. You see, TikTok doesn't punish theft, it encourages it. Think of the duet and stitch button like a pair of jugs just begging to be milked. Squeeze every view you can out of me. Because TikTok knows most people aren't talented. That's what makes talented people special. The fact that they're better. If everyone was talented, then no one would be talented. Society needs winners and losers. And right now, the losers are winning. Because unique and original ideas are being smothered by recycled garbage. Shh, it'll be over soon. Being great is all about taking risks. You think Quentin Tarantino would be where he's at if he decided to play it safe? No. He carved his own path and wrote a scene where he gets to suck on Selma Hayek's toes. So keep simping in React videos as true innovators will live in your dream. So there you have it, 10 ways TikTok has ruined society. If I missed any, look at all the places you'll never visit. Look at all the hoes you'll never clap. Look at the life you wish you had! Update! 2 weeks ago, your boy got a vasectomy. That's right, I not only allowed someone near my downstairs with scissors, but I paid him to do it. Now, some of you may be asking, why would you solder your grapefruits? Well, plenty of reasons. One, because imagine I'm dating a girl, and she says she's pregnant. Oh, I'd play along too. Babe, I'm so happy. Now I have 9 months to prepare. If I had 9 months to get back at someone, I'd come up with horrible ideas. And before each one, I'd have her verbally confirm that you're going to be a dad. Oh, babe, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Reason number 2, Handmaid's Tale. Currently, your boy lives in Texas, which is not a great state to knock somebody up in. Now, sure, there are options, like keeping it or pouring olive oil on the stairs, but they're both not good options, you know? Like, if there was an option that was, I don't know, $800 and 2 weeks of sadness, I'd probably pick that one. Reason number 3, if I decided to have a kid, I would adopt. Unless he had a defect. I'm talking cleft lip, extra chromosome, or shade beyond khaki. But a normal foster kid, I'd definitely adopt. Because unless he has food, a decent role model, and a safe place to live, he has no shot of success. Plus, there are about 400,000 kids in foster care. What are the odds that the one I splooge out is going to be better? You know, with 400,000 people out there, there may not be a LeBron, but there's definitely a Liam Hemsworth. And really, the main reason I want to adopt is, if I don't like the kid, I can just return it. Sure, I didn't keep the receipt, but foster homes are like Costco, where they have to accept it back, no matter how damaged.
Give me a mug of your finest.
You got it. You know, sorry like that.
No.
What would you do if you
Not
found
getting-
Superman as a baby? Like, imagine you're driving on a dirt road in the middle of the night when you see a meteor crash. You go to check it out and find an alien ship with a baby inside. What do? Personally, I would keep the baby. If it was white. Be honest, if you found a black baby on a ship, you'd keep driving too. Not in my neighborhood. Then I'd have to convince my girlfriend to keep it. Babe, look, I found a baby. You stole a baby. No, I found a baby. Did you report it missing? No. Then you stole a baby. Bitch, he came from an alien ship. During the commotion, the baby lifts up a fridge, and I'm thinking, damn. How is she gonna breastfeed? If he can press a fridge, he sure as shit can bite off a nip. And our marriage is on thin ice as it is. If she loses a fun bag, it's over. Then the fridge slips out of his little hand and lands on him. We're both thinking he's dead until we hear a faint giggle. I move the fridge aside to see the baby both happy and unharmed. I'm like, oh my God. I need to prank my friends. So I invite my homies to the mall, making sure we're all on the second floor.
I agree.
This will come into play in a minute. They'd see me and be like, oh snap, Steve, I didn't know you were a father. Clearly your pullout game isn't that strong. And I'd be like, yeah, I couldn't find a flight of stairs quick enough before my girl could push this little guy out. Then as my friends come over to greet him, I would drop him on the ground. My friends would be like, oh my God, is he all right? I'd be like, it's okay. It's okay. Then I'd pick him up by his little baby leg and toss him over the railing. Now I get to see what type of people my friends are, because it's only 1 story high. Something could have broken his fall. But if anything, he would need immediate medical attention. So what do my friends do? Beat the shit out of me or quickly run downstairs to check on the baby? The correct answer is you check on that baby. So eventually we all gather downstairs and my friends would be shocked that not only is the baby unharmed, but he was also laughing. That's when I turn and say, yeah, I got a super baby. But after I'm done messing with my friends, I'm gonna need money. At any point, my baby could just rip off my and even though Logan is my favorite movie, I don't want to be an X-Men, so I might need some rainy day funds in case I need to find a doctor with stable hands. But how do you earn money with a super baby? Simple. You gather up a whole bunch of weapons and charge people $10 for 10 seconds with a baby. Imagine renting a baseball and just going to town beating this child. Keep in mind, he feels no pain. In fact, he quite enjoys it. And that's the type of person I am. A loving father. But advertising time with a child is gonna attract some bad apples. And eventually, someone's gonna ask to pork that baby. Sure, they'll rephrase it as alone time or plain confessional, but you know what they really mean. Luckily, the solution for this is real simple. All you gotta do is gather qualifying information about them before they crossbow your baby. That way you'll have their name and home address. So when your child turns 18, you can say, son, you did it. You grew up to be such a great man, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Now, let's go end some pedos. Again, I'd wait till he's 18, because if you can go to war, you can kill a horse. Imagine just showing up at some predator's house like, hey, Tom, have you met my son? Yeah. When he was a child, you tried to have your way with him, remember?
What? No.
Wait, I'm gonna have to stop you there. Lying's gonna get you a taste. Rihanna's booty hole. Nifty, right? Not only is it instant, but it cauterizes the wound, making it so we can do it again and again. Also, just a heads up, if he squints, he can get more hits in. Watch. Rihanna's booty hole. Honestly, I never get tired of that. So listen, I'll make you a deal. If you promise that kids are no longer on the table, we'll let you go. Okay? Say it with me, all right? I promise. I promise that kids are no longer. That kids are no longer. Wait. What's that smell? Smells like Rihanna's
No.
booty.
No.
hole. The point I'm trying to get at is, do you think I'd be a good father? Like, I know I say
Yes.
terrible things, but I think I'd be a good dad. Sure, in my mythical baby scenario, I would manipulate my kid in order to further my own agenda, but isn't that what all parents do? Make your kids pursue your failed dreams so you can live vicariously through them? I wasn't the punisher for pedos, but my son will be. I mean, it's still better than Asian parents who download shame into their kids while attaching a fishing line with validation at the end of it. Like, my kid would know he's loved. I'm not just gonna have him Lay some diddler alone? No. I'd be right there by his side telling him how proud I am. But I'm still worried, you know? Like, I'm not planning on becoming a parent anytime soon, but I will be moving to Texas in January. And I don't know if you heard, but Texas does not let you click that abort button. So if I get some thirsty thought preggers, I'm gonna have to keep it. Well, unless I find some stairs that are, you know, slippery. Stealing money, biting your dentist, pushing a Girl Scout in front of a train. We all have evil thoughts. So here's a list of 5 evil thoughts we all have. Number 1, I don't like looking at ugly people. Now, beauty is subjective. What I find ugly, some of you may find attractive. For example, some guys are into fat chicks. And if you like to pound one out to Lizzo in a onesie, you do you. But personally, I'd rather lick a toilet seat than the bacon grease off her fat rolls. And the more woke society gets, the more it tries to force you to look at ugly people. Take a look at HBO's hit show The Last of Us, who decided to hire a girl with Down syndrome face as the main character. Like, how do you go from this to this? This isn't Wendy's. Get that baked potato off my screen. I went on YouTube to see if other people felt the same way, but just like Bella, the comment section was disabled. And everyone keeps telling me how good the show is, but the premise is so stupid. Why would anyone believe this guy is trying to save a Pop-Tart when any normal person would click the abort button immediately? Beyond HBO advertising for the Special Olympics, this goes for every other aspect of entertainment. You're telling me Mr. Beast wouldn't get more views if he shaved his little dirty Sanchez mustache? Really? At least Chris had the decency to put on some makeup. And have you seen the new Victoria's Secret model? Ugh, bitch's leg looks like it's deep fried. That better come with some honey mustard. Evil thought number 2. I wish I had Magneto's powers while driving. We've all been on the highway when someone speeds past us, swerving in and out of lanes. How great would it be to have Magneto's power here? Just a little hand swipe and oh look, problem solved. And there'll be no more stuck behind someone doing the speed limit in the fast lane. Just slide them over to the right and turn their steering wheel into a middle finger. Best of all, you'll be able to solve the worst driving problem, people texting. Now, anytime you see a phone, you can take a selfie of their terrified reaction as you turn their car into the guardrail. Evil thought number 3. I love it when bad things happen to rich people. Money solves all problems. So nothing is more enjoyable than when a rich person fucks up their own life. Take a look at Yeezy, who has slowly watched his empire crumble as he expresses his heart-on for Hitler.
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler.
Kanye is now having to deal with something he's never dealt with before.
He said that so fucking casually. And he dragged it out, too. He was dragging it like a faggot in a glad bag, man. But, like, bro. He said that like a teenage girl gushing about her crush, bro.
Consequences for his actions. You see, when you're rich, usually it doesn't matter what you do. Murder your spouse, beat a singer, try to overthrow democracy. When you have money, you can just make all your problems go away. So when a wealthy person has to deal with some consequences, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Like a black guy hearing he's not the father. Evil thought number 4 is some people should die. Generally, I'm against the death penalty. I'm of the mindset I'd rather 10 guilty people go free than sentence 1 innocent person. However, when someone commits a particularly heinous crime, and there's overwhelming evidence, then that person should just be eliminated. Take Reverend Lawrence Murphy, who has been accused of molesting over 200 deaf children. Over 200! It's like he's trying to speed run his way to hell. I can only imagine the mental gymnastics this guy must do in order to justify it to himself. Hey Steve, you mind if I you? I didn't hear a no. This brings me to evil thought number 5. We should bring back public executions. It'll bring people together. We live in a society where everyone's just looking down at their phones all the time and we're not interacting like we once did. A big reason depression and suicide rates were so high during COVID is because we're social creatures and we were deprived of that. Sure, everyone wants their alone time, but being together with other humans makes us happy. And you know an event that everyone in town will definitely attend? That's right, a public execution. Tom, is that you? Jim, hey! Oh my God, it's been so long. How are the kids? Billy's starting middle school next month. Dude, they grow up so fast. Wait 1 second, they're about to begin. So anyway, great seeing you. So those are 5 evil thoughts that we all have. Did I miss any? Please let me know down in the comments. And if you know of anyone that might appreciate a little dark humor in their life, do me a favor and share this video. Mostly because I want to make a part 2, because I just have, like, way more evil thoughts. And just remember, deaf kids will never hear you coming. Hey, Santa, aren't you a little old for Santa? Guess you only want kids jumping on your lap, huh? That's not what I'm... What do you want for Christmas? A girlfriend with no gag reflex. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but were you a good boy? Of course I was, but I tend to have a lot of intrusive thoughts. What kind of thoughts? Well, whenever I'm in a park and see a child eating ice cream, I just have the desire to slap it out of his hand and say, "Remember me forever." Oh my god, you didn't do that, did you? What? No, of course not. I love kids. But whenever I see a child running, I just want to trick them. You don't have any kids of your own, do you? No, but my friend recently had a baby. Well, he didn't. His fiance did. Seems a little disingenuous to say a 10-second pump and dump is the same as 8 hours of labor. Anyway, I'm driving to his place. My first thought was, I really hope this baby isn't ugly. No one wants to touch an ugly baby. Besides, looking at his misshapen head is just going to make me think how destroyed his girl's cooter is. But luckily, the baby was adorable. I remember looking into his little eyes, thinking how beautiful the gift of life is. Then I looked up to see my buddy's porch and wondered how far I could toss him. Definitely 30 feet with a tight spiral. Possibly 40 if I used all my torque and Olympic frisbeed him. Did you tell your friends this? Of course I did. He thought it was funny. His wife, not so much. Okay, well, do you have any intrusive thoughts that don't involve kids? Oh, plenty. Like whenever someone's in a vulnerable position, I just think about Sparta kicking them. Sparta kicking? Yeah, like if I'm at the top of bleachers or waiting on the subway or getting a pedicure. Why would you want to kick someone? Oh, it's not just kicking. Like whenever I'm at the dentist, I just think about chomping down at his hand like a rabid dog. Just. Do you have any thoughts where you're not attacking people? Of course. Like whenever I'm at the beach, I just think about throwing razor blades in the sand. Like not enough to shut it down, but enough to make you regret diving for that volleyball. Is it just people that bother you? Oh no. I have awful thoughts about animals too. Like every time I see a pigeon, I just want to grab its neck and say, "Evolution, bitch." Or sometimes I think about putting a parakeet in a juicer or gerbil in a microwave or how far can I punt this puppy? Okay, do you have any intrusive thoughts that don't involve violence? Yeah, all the time. Like whenever someone's real close on a train, I just think about giving them a little on the cheek. Then as they freak out, say, "Come on, don't be gay." Why? I don't know. I just have a compulsion to do things. Like whenever I see a pair of fun bags, I just want to honk them. Or if I see a guy's bulge, I just want to give it a little squeeze. Or whenever my teacher's handing out exams, I just want to give her a great class today, Miss Sullivan. Okay, do you have any intrusive thoughts that don't involve touching people? Well, what if the touching's consensual? Like what if you banged your cousin? Oh, I know, it's disgusting, but what if your cousin's Angela White? Yeah, you see that deep V and start having second thoughts. Do you have any thoughts where no one's getting harmed, touched, or assaulted? Well, anytime I'm on a boat, I have a massive urge to throw my phone in the water. That's not so bad. Then I think about diving in the water and snapping my neck in a coral reef. Wait, do you have intrusive thoughts about yourself? Is that a trick question? Because of course I do. Quite frankly, it's most of them. And don't get me wrong, I love life. But do you ever look at something and say, Like you ever look at a bottle of Advil and say, I wonder how many it would take to speed run to another dimension? Or do you ever stand on a tall ledge and think, what if I did a front flip right now? Maybe that's the way out of the Matrix. Just swanton bomb off Yankee Stadium and wake up in some hospital like, oh my God, he figured it out. Welcome back to the real world. Listen, if you're having those thoughts about yourself, you should really talk to someone. Are you listening? I said I love life, but sometimes I'll just be cutting up chicken and think, what if I just sliced off all my fingers? Which doesn't make any sense, because you know who's a big fan of thumbs? This guy. Are there any places you don't have intrusive thoughts? No. What about listening to music in a car? I have the most f***ed up thoughts in a car. Like what if I push my friend out while going 80? Or how many points would I score if I turn on the sidewalk? Or what if I opened the door and grinded my foot down to a nub? Or whenever my grandma's in the car, I think about saying, no one will find your body, Grandma. What was that? No one would even suspect it's me. You don't have a smartphone tracking your location, no cameras in front of your house showing I picked you up. What are you saying? You think the cops are going to devote resources to finding a forgetful 83-year-old? I don't think so. I give it 1 week before they rule it natural causes. Are we still going to Denny's? Your ass is the only thing about to get cooked, Grandma. Wow, you're a horrible person. Come on, Santa. You don't have any intrusive thoughts? Really? You never looked at one of these kids and said, wow, you're going to be so hot when you grow up. Okay, time for you to leave. Fine. Giving out free shit is just socialism anyway. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hey, what can I get you for Christmas, little man? I just want my uncle to stop touching me. Good boys keep their mouths shut. What was that? Oh, I'll see what I could do, Billy. I didn't tell you my name.
As I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now, wish me luck, Grammarly has again been a lifesaver with my
I think I'm fucked up. I might be fucked up right now.
application.
Does your voice sound like Vin Diesel after deep-throating a banana? Well, you may be sick. Now don't panic. Even though your options are limited, there are still plenty of things you can do. So here are 8 tips of what to do while sick. Tip number 1, masturbate. Let's face it, you're not feeling great and left in front of a computer for hours. Might as well get a quick dopamine fix. Quite frankly, your entire day should revolve around this. Sleep, eat, masturbate, repeat. The only problem is you're gonna have to keep escalating. Sure, the first few times regular intercourse will do, but it's not gonna be enough to get you off by day 3. You're gonna have to keep watching wilder and wilder shit. Just be careful, because getting caught watching doggy style is embarrassing, but getting caught watching actual doggy style is a life ruiner. Tip number 2. Scroll through dating apps. Modern dating is exhausting. It used to be as simple as spoon-feeding drinks into someone until their double vision makes you appear more attractive. But now it's a tedious task of swiping through thousands of people, finger-crossing you don't get sent dick pics. Well, when you're sick, you have plenty of time to swipe right. Just don't make the rookie mistake of looking through people's profiles. Beggars can't be choosers. You'd be lucky if someone was willing to touch that Jackson Pollock you call a face. Besides, once they see your cankles, they're just gonna leave you anyway. So like Nicolas Cage being handed a script, just say yes to everything and hope when you're feeling better, they don't get sick. Tip number 3. Infect your family. How dare your sister use your iPad without charging it? How are you supposed to watch Minions now, huh? On your older iPad? Like a peasant? No. It's time for revenge. Cough on her pillow, lick her doorknob, sneeze in her perfume bottle. Make sure that you're not the only one suffering. Or, if you're an even bigger sociopath, it's time to take out grandma. That can't even get your name right. And sure, she has dementia, but that's no excuse. She doesn't remember you because she hates you and wishes you were gone. But you're smarter than that dried up wallet. And with her out of the picture, you know what that means? That's right, inheritance. Even if she doesn't leave you anything, your parents are definitely getting some. Guess who's getting a new PS5?
I'm gonna throw this away. I will be back. If everything works out right now. Guess who's back? Back again.
When you start crying over grand passing. It's simple trickle-down economics. You trickle down some tears and receive financial rewards. Tip number 4. Order shit off Amazon. Remember when you had to go to the store to buy stuff? Horrible. I know. Now, no one will judge you as you order tissues, lube, and season 1 of Paw Patrol. Being sick doesn't seem so bad when you're 2 days away from having a Nezuko body pillow. Also, on second thought, you might want to order more tissues. Tip number 5. Post on social media. What better way to win sympathy points than by posting, "Not sure if I'm going to make it." Bonus points if you're in a hospital bed. Now, if you're a guy, no one will give a shit. But if you're a girl, it's time to use this to your advantage. You see, all your male friends aren't actually friends. They're wolves waiting in the distance for you to give them the green light. So, perfect time to use their blue balls to your advantage. For example, let's say you wanted some soup. Just reply with, "I wish I had some soup right now." You'll inevitably get some simp that offers to get it for you. All you gotta say is, "You don't have to." Make him think it's his idea. You're not the pretentious one telling people to get you groceries. You're the sick and feeble girl who just has nice friends. Tip number 6. Take a bath. A bath is a great way to relax and remind yourself how great it is not living in Africa. I mean, they can't even find clean drinking water as you're laying in 40 gallons of it. Oh, man. Oh, it gets me every time. Anyway, if you're a guy, I know a bath seems pretty lame, but it's the only time you're getting your dick wet anytime soon, so you might as well take it. If you're a girl, then think of a bath like a poor man's spa day. Light some scented candles, drop in a bath bomb, look up your boyfriend's new girlfriend, and convince yourself you're way prettier. That way, the only thing making you sick will be your ex's taste in women. Tip number 7. Step on a scale. We all know you're struggling with your weight. That dress may hide your muffin top, but we can all see your face, and those cheeks look like you're hoarding acorns for the winter. But luckily, when you're sick, you tend to lose weight, so might as well make the best out of a bad situation. Step on a scale. Take a look at a number that makes you say, maybe I won't kill myself this week. Tip number 8. Binge canceled celebrities. Many celebs have been canceled over the years. Armie Hammer, James Franco, the Green M&M. Now, most of them have done horrible things. But does that mean you're not allowed to enjoy their work? Sure, R. Kelly was convicted of child pornography, but have you heard I Believe I Can Fly? It's a banger. I've listened to that song ever since I was a young boy. Almost as young as his victims. And yeah, Kanye is now his #1 fan, but does that mean he can't listen to Gold Digger? How else are we supposed to warn rich black men not to think with their dicks? Telling people what they're allowed to or not allowed to enjoy is bullying. Don't let people bully you. So you shouldn't be afraid to listen or watch whatever you want. But it's easier to do it when no one's judging you. So being sick is the perfect time to play that new Harry Potter game without being called the N-word for white people. That's right. transphobic. So those are my tips of what to do while you're sick. They probably weren't the tips you were expecting, but they're the tips you deserve. Just remember, you can't go to jail for coughing on someone. Thanks for the PS5, Grandma. Are there things you can't joke about? No, of course not. There will always be people that get butthurt over a joke. Recently, I made a mentally challenged joke and someone yelled at me saying, "Hey, what if you had a kid that came out developmentally disabled?" I said, "How dare you?" Developmentally disabled is derogatory and hurtful. I prefer the term Pop-Tart. Now, if my kid was a Pop-Tart, I'd be so excited. I'd bring him to the store dressed as the Dark Knight as he's yelling, "No, no, 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 Batman." He's knocking all the soups off the shelf, but you can't yell at him. If anything, someone will make a viral TikTok that shows how much of an awesome father I am. What I'm really saying is Pop-Tarts are a great tool in order to gain clout. It's like having a dog that wears pants. It's impossible to look away. And sure, there are some downsides, like he can't write his name without himself, and he can't take a piss without biting his tongue, but there are so many upsides. Think about how much easier it is to plan your day compared to a regular kid. You're never caught off guard with, "Dad, come watch my soccer practice." Your kid's legs are deader than Heath Ledger in a hotel lobby. The only balls he's kicking are the ornaments on your Christmas tree. Having a Pop-Tart is like becoming rich. You can park in front of any store, get to skip the lines at Disney World, and when you're tired, you can have someone drive you around. Now, some people are going to get upset over your parenting skills, but just respond back with, "Hey, I don't tell you how to raise your toaster." If anything, they're jealous. They wish they could slap their kid in the face without having Child Protective Services called on them, but they can't. Not my fault you were cursed with the normie. And don't let the liberal media convince you they deserve the same rights as people. There's a movie called I Am Sam, based off a true story where a mentally challenged fellow is trying to gain custody of a 7-year-old girl. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. And all I can think about while watching this is, how could you root for that guy? He's retarded and wants to be responsible for a child? What do you think would happen day one? "Have a good day at school." "Dad, this is the post office. See you later." I find that offensive is one of the dumbest phrases in the human language. Who am I even offending? Retarded people aren't watching this video. They're too busy nibbling on their own hands. You know what offends me? The slogan "Autism Speaks." No, it doesn't. Bleh. Is a noise, not a word. I could shake a bunch of maracas, but I'm not holding a conversation. And you know Autism Speaks is sponsored by Build-A-Bear? How is a child going to hug a bear whose arms are crossed the entire time? And why do you never see any of them on TV? Every show has an idiot people find funny. The Office has Kevin, Parks and Rec has Andy, The Late Show with Jimmy Fallon has Jimmy Fallon. People love to laugh at stupid people. That's why we should televise the Special Olympics. Gary is about to set a new high dive record at 2 feet. Let's see if he makes it. Well, it looks like Gary is drowning. Probably shouldn't have strapped himself into the chair first. Let's see if the lifeguard is able to save, and she's been knocked unconscious. Well, at least Gary will die doing what he loved, assaulting people trying to help him. And Pop-Tarts can be mean, too. I used to work at a psych center with this patient named Stacy that was always biting me. Sure, I would throw away all of her food, but that's because she never put out. Why else would I work the night shift if it wasn't a smash or toaster strudel? Her mouth was always wet. How could I say no? Besides, I was a virgin and just wanted my first time to be special. What was I talking about again? Oh, that's right. Things you can't joke about. If you get upset over a joke, then that's on you. Your triggers are your responsibility. It isn't the world's obligation to tiptoe around you. I mean, at the end of the day, don't we all wish we were more retarded? Knowing the finite nature of our existence is depressing. I feel like I'm just one can of paint away from living my life carefree. Butterfly, pretty. Heart attack, plane crash, ball cancer. Everyone's gonna die, but some deaths are worse than others. So here are the 20 worst ways to die. Number 1, skydiving. Solo or tandem? Solo would be awesome. It's an instant death doing the most exciting thing possible. Like if you zoomed in on the guy jumping out of the building on 9/11, you'd probably see a huge smile on his face. But if I died while doing tandem skydiving, I'd feel so bad for the other person. Unless I knew that person was a. Like imagine you're about to jump out of the plane when you whisper, "I know about the kids, Rick." He's like, "Excuse me?" Then you drag him out of the plane while throwing elbows to his face. How does it feel to be violated without your consent? Number 2, COVID. Have you seen the world nowadays? Inflation at an all-time high, Russia threatening nuclear warfare, coat hangers being used as medical care. This timeline sucks. Maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing to COVID your way to another dimension. Plus, my uncle doesn't believe in it. And how great would it be to write him a letter right before I pass like, "Uncle Henry, you were right. It's all made up, and I have the proof. Meet me at 7-Eleven in an hour." That way, even if I die, I'll still be living in the hearts of my crazy family members. Number 3, burning alive. This one's got to be rough. I mean, I get cranky when it's over 85 degrees, let alone 1500. But at the very least, my family doesn't have to waste money on a casket. What do you mean it's $7,000 for a box? Like, bitch, does it say Gucci on the side of it? Number 4, a plane crash. It depends. Is someone doing a 9/11 and I Sparta kick open the door like, "Not today, motherfucker"? Or am I in a middle seat, stuck between 2 Lizzo fans when I hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, looks like both of our engines have gone out and we're nosediving back down to Earth. Make sure your tray tables are secured, and if you're atheist, now be a good time to find God." Number 5, curb stomped. At least it's a quick death. I'd say something real sassy before I go out, like, "Ugh, this tastes like your mom's snatch." Number 6, overdose. How good was the trip? Did I make love to a unicorn, snort angel dust with God, have the cute girl at the gym approach me? I mean, most of my friends think they're going to another universe when they die anyway. Might as well speed run my way there. Number 7, heart attack. Was I porking someone at the time, or was this a surprise birthday party? Imagine being at a birthday where someone dies. Like, how long should you wait before you eat the cake? John, what are you doing? Hey, if Billy was alive, he'd want me to be happy. This cake is to die for. Number 8, guillotine. Do my friends get to take my head as a souvenir? I would love to be on someone's mantle, always judging anyone that comes over. Be like the Mona Lisa, where everywhere you walked, it looks like I'm staring at you. Or imagine being the centerpiece on your friend's dining room table. Be like, here, let me help you out with that. There you go. Number 9, electrocuted. Well, if it's anything like being tasered, it's got to be unpleasant. But it's got to be over quick. Most electrocutions are instant. All I got to do is touch that wire and I get a forever nap. Doesn't sound so bad. Number 10, drowning. Probably my biggest fear, which is ironic because my biggest turn on is being suffocated by a girl's Tonka truck. Number 11, choking on food. Is it dessert or appetizer? What if it's the best meal you've ever had? Be all downhill from there. If I start choking on cheesecake, I hope no one gives me the Heimlich. It's never going to get better than that for me. So make sure to stop the Applebee's waiter saying, no, wait, this is what he would have wanted. Number 12, punched in the dick. Were my friends recording? I'm going to quote Johnny Knoxville on this one saying, if I'm going to die, at least have it on film. I'm always trying.
I gotta go. Lot of personal shit going on. So, I will talk to all y'all later. Bye.